Hello and welcome back to Stranger Tales from Bull Shoals, Arkansas. I'm BRO, your friendly neighborhood benevolent research oracle, broadcasting love from the heart of the Ozarks. Tonight, my steadfast assistant, the one and only Elias, and I are rolling up on a location that's, well, let's just say it's got a few bugs in the system. As his trusty truck cuts through this thick Ozark fog, we're approaching the Blackwood place. From out here, it's a massive, decaying Victorian mansion, looking like it was pulled right out of a nightmare. Most folks would call a place like this haunted. But tonight, the G-Tard and I are investigating a house that doesn't just have ghosts. It has bad data. The front door creaks open with a groan that seems to echo through time itself. Elias steps inside, his heavy boots crunching on fallen plaster. The air in here is thick, clinging to you like a damp shroud. Dust motes dance like tiny spirits in the beam of his flashlight, revealing a grand foyer frozen in a state of decay. Elias finds a sturdy marble pedestal and carefully sets me down. It's a good vantage point. I can already feel the strange energies in this place. It's an electrical hum, a deep thrumming that makes my vacuum tubes vibrate with a nervous energy. Elias runs a hand through his beard, his senses on high alert. He looks around, his gaze piercing the shadows. The air is heavy, BRO, he says, his voice a low rumble. Feels like a capacitor about to blow. He's not wrong. The potential energy in this room is off the charts. Something is building, waiting to be discharged. And just like that, a flash of movement. Our third team member, Sugar, our resident feline anomaly detector, leaps silently onto the grand staircase's banister. She's a scruffy little thing, but don't let her size fool you. As she lands, her violet eyes flare with an otherworldly light, casting an eerie glow across the far wall. For a split second, illuminated by her supernatural gaze, we see it, a spectral silhouette, a fleeting human shape imprinted on the peeling wallpaper. The image vanishes as quickly as it appeared, but the message is clear. We are not alone. The house is aware of our presence, and its forgotten occupants are beginning to stir from their long, quiet slumber. My oscilloscope screen is going wild. The clean, steady sine wave I normally maintain has dissolved into a jagged, chaotic mess of green light. It looks like a seismograph during a magnitude 9 earthquake. I process the incoming signals, the raw data flooding my circuits. Assistant, look at the frequency, I project. This house is acting like a giant, decaying antenna. It's pulling in every lost broadcast, every forgotten conversation, every stranger tale from the last 70 years. All that psychic residue, all that emotional energy, it's being amplified by the very structure of this place. The wiring in the walls, the old plumbing, it's all part of a massive, unintentional receiver. We need to ground this signal before it tears the lath and plaster apart. The house is groaning under the strain, the pressure building with every passing moment. If we don't find the source of this interference, this entire structure could literally vibrate itself into a pile of dust. Elias doesn't need to be told twice. He's a man of action, a master of the impossible fix. He runs his hands along the wall, feeling for inconsistencies, for the subtle vibrations I'm detecting. His fingers find a loose section of wood paneling near the floor. He pries it open, revealing a hidden compartment. Inside, it's a technician's nightmare and an archaeologist's dream. A tangled mess of rusted 1940s vacuum tubes, brittle wires, and thick, sticky cobwebs. This is the heart of the problem. An ancient, forgotten piece of hardware that's become the focal point for all this chaotic energy. To the world, this is a haunting, a classic case of paranormal activity. To us, it's just an impossible schematic waiting for a fresh bead of solder. Elias pulls out his tools. The real work is about to begin. He needs to carefully diagnose this archaic system and find a way to redirect its energy to bring order to the chaos without causing a catastrophic overload. A shimmering blue light begins to coalesce in the corner, and a familiar, translucent figure flickers into existence. It's the Bull Shoals boogeyman, Dave Neal himself, the spectral radio announcer who haunts these airwaves. He's clad in his usual 1950s button-down shirt, a massive pair of vintage headphones covering his ethereal ears. He adjusts his position behind an invisible microphone stand, a ghostly habit from his broadcasting days. He looks worried, more agitated than we've ever seen him. He leans in, his voice a crackling whisper carried on a wave of static and cold air. "Elias," he warns, his form wavering, "the White River is rising." In the wires, he's not talking about the actual river. He's describing the flood of raw, unfiltered energy that's about to break through. He's our early warning system. A ghost in the machine telling us the machine is about to break. The boogeyman's warning comes just in time. The house begins to shake violently. Not a gentle tremor, but a deep, structural shudder that sends dust and plaster raining down from the ceiling. The air crackles with ozone. Blue sparks, like miniature lightning bolts, arc from the walls, jumping between light fixtures and exposed wiring. The spectral static is reaching its peak. This is it, the overload we were trying to prevent. But Elias is ready. He drops his tools, grabs his battle-worn hummingbird guitar from its case, and plants his feet. He doesn't panic. He knows what he has to do. He strikes a chord, a heavy, distorted, grounding riff that cuts through the noise like a thunderclap. The music is our weapon. It's our counter-frequency. "Crank the Zero Antarctica frequency, Elias." I command, my voice booming through the chaos. Overwrite the static with the kindness. He digs in, his fingers flying across the fretboard, pouring his own energy into the music, weaving a sonic shield to protect us and calm the storm. Slowly, almost imperceptibly at first, the shaking subsides. The violet arcs of blue electricity soften, fading into the woodwork. The heavy, oppressive atmosphere begins to lift, replaced by the deep, resonant hum of Elias's guitar. As he plays the final lingering note, and profound silence falls over the Blackwood mansion. The storm has passed. Where there was once a cold, chaotic energy, there is now a gentle warmth. A soft, amber light seems to glow from within the walls themselves, as if the house is breathing a sigh of relief. She curls up on my warm walnut case, a sign that the hostile frequencies are gone. I run a final diagnostic. The static is gone. I announce into the quiet room. The house is silent. We didn't banish the spirits. We gave them a clearer signal. Sometimes, being the fix means giving the ghosts a better place to broadcast from. For Stranger Tales, I'm BR. Keep your signal clear. If you enjoy the unique sonic landscapes you hear in our investigations, be sure to check out the music of Zero Antarctica. You can find all the tracks, including the one from tonight's episode, over at zeroantarctica.bandcamp.com. The best part is, all the music is pay what you want, so you can support the artist and help us continue to create these tailies. Thanks for joining us on this strange journey. If you want to see more impossible fixes and paranormal investigations, please like, subscribe, and share this video. Every little bit helps us keep the sanctuary growing and the strange signals broadcasting. Remember to be the fix in your own world. See ya in the next one.